Hello. Hi. Perfect. Hi, Avery. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and mute you.
Okay.
If you have a question, though, you can unmute yourself and ask me if you need to. Perfect. If you're still connecting, let's see. Hi, Elijah. Can you hear me okay?
Hi.
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Great.
Yay.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab Noah. There were
Okay.
some problems getting on the other classes. It was really weird.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I know we've been having just glitches. We're still trying to work it out. But thank you for being patient with us.
Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, right back.
I'm going to go ahead, and since you can hear me, I'm going to go ahead and mute you. Hello, Anna Sophia, can you hear me okay?
Yes. Sorry, my music was on.
Oh, that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and mute you, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. We'll wait just a few more minutes for people to join us. But in the meantime, if you are here, you can go ahead and get a piece of paper. Okay, perfect. Have something to write with and take notes.
Wait, is this only 6th grade?
It's 5th and 6th.
Okay.
And then with the people I do have here, if you scroll over my picture with your mouse, you'll see 3 little dots. And then if you can pin my video so that it's my face that you see.
I already see your face.
Okay.
Do you want me to change my name to Dick to my name?
Yes, please. Yeah. And then Avery, I'm going to take your last name away. And then Harper, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute you. If you have a question, you can always unmute yourself or just send me a chat. Okay, if you don't know where the chat is, it's just at the bottom of the window. Okay, but please only use the chat if you have a question. Okay, or you need to get my attention. Okay, we'll wait just one more minute for people to join. Okay, that's fine, Elijah. If you have a question, just go ahead and continue to type. Okay. And then if you are just joining us, make sure you have something to take notes with. Okay, so everyone but me should be muted. Okay, again, if you do have a question, you can always unmute yourself and ask, or you can always send it in the chat if you have a question. Okay, we'll wait to see if anybody else joins. There's Joey. Hi, Joey. Can you hear me okay?
I just pressed a different button. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Can you hear me though?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This is a 5th and 6th language arts. So welcome all my 5th and 6th graders, okay? Again, if you do have a piece of paper to take notes, that would be awesome. Okay, and today we are going to be talking about point of view in terms of writing. So I'm going to go ahead and share. If I pause awkwardly, it's probably because somebody's trying to get in. So sorry about that, like that. Okay, let me let these people in. All right, if you are just joining us, if you can please go ahead and get a piece of paper out. I have not yet started the lesson, so you are just in time. Okay, this is 5th and 6th language arts, and we are going to be talking about point of view for writers. Okay. So again, let's see.
Mrs. Southerns,
Yes, ma'am.
I have sent you an email with my Google opinion writing.
Yes,
Did
I
you
got
receive
it.
that? Okay.
Did. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Wait,
I was just
Talia, are
wondering
you
if
in
you
this
got it.
class? Are you in
Yeah.
this class? Oh,
Yeah.
because I just put on the chat you weren't going to do it because you told me you weren't going to do the last.
Oh,
Well, you're here.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you guys. Again, please only use the chat function if you have a question, okay? Because it does make me stop my lesson if I see that I have a chat, because I'm just assuming someone has a question. Yes, Joey.
Hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Okay. I'm like, wait, did you just mute me? I thought you.
Sorry, it
Is
was
it
on
like a? Can you? I thought you were gonna try a button that was like, oh, so she can only hear me. Are you gonna do Narnia today or no?
No, so if you are one of my Anaheim kids, I sent a message on Brightwheel that I set up a Google Classroom just for you guys that has your Narnia final project. Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
Just
wait.
asking.
Wait,
Yeah.
I don't have the chat because mine's on the iPad.
Okay. No worries. If you have a question,
Okay?
yeah, of course. If you have a question, you can just unmute yourself and ask.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Sorry, I have the chat.
Okay.
I have a question.
Is my microphone
Yes, ma'am.
working now?
Do we for this language arts class? Do we have a class code for a Google Classroom?
I believe you should have, I think that's going out today. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
But it should
Okay,
be
that's good.
based on your grade. So not necessarily the class. So the Google Classroom I created is just for my Anaheim kids because we just finished reading our books before we went on, before we switched to online. So I just wanted them to be able to do that because I don't want it to go too long between reading the book and doing the project. So that was the only reason why they have their own. Oh, sorry, do you have a question?
And I'm glad we're not doing Narnia because for the 6th graders it's not really fair because like I'm not in that class and I haven't read that book. So
Exactly.
I'm glad we're not doing that because I did take a test on it on Monday
Oh
with
no.
Mr. Jordan, and so did all the other 6th graders. So
Oh no. Okay. No worries. Yes, no Narnia here. So we are going to go ahead and start our lesson. Okay, so again, use the chat only if you have a question. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. So everyone should be able to see my PowerPoint. Yes? Thumbs up if you can see my PowerPoint. Perfect. Okay, so this is point of view. Okay, so go ahead and get ready to take notes. Okay, as I go through this. Okay, these ones we don't have to worry about. So let's define point of view. What is point of view? Sorry, 1 second. Okay, the point of view is the voice behind the story. It is the who is telling the story. When looking for the point of view, you must figure out who is telling the story, use inferences to figure out the character's point of view, okay, or who is telling the story, and remember that depending on the point of view, who is telling the story may change. Okay, so don't worry about copying every single word you see. Okay, oops, sorry. We want to just get the main points down. Okay, so point of view is the voice behind the story. Okay, we need to figure out who is telling a story. We need to use inferences. Okay, if you don't know what an inference is, that is a clue. Okay, we need to use clues to figure out the character's point of view. Okay, or who is telling the story. And depending on the point of view, who is telling the story may change. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's see who's trying to get in. All right, about 10 more seconds and I'm gonna move on. Okay, like I said, the most important thing to get out of this slide is what is point of view. It's who's telling the story.
Am I late?
I barely got everything down.
Who is that? Who just said, am I late?
Me.
Oh, yes, but this is the first slide, so you're fine.
Oh, okay.
No worries. Yeah, if you have a piece of paper,
Yeah.
I can go back to this slide later. It's just point of view, who's telling the story.
Point of view is the voice behind the story.
That just means who's telling the story. So if I was telling a story that said, once upon a time, there was a boy and a princess. Okay, we want to figure out whose voice that is. Okay, and we're going to get into that, of how we can figure out whose voice it is that's telling the story. Is it one of the main characters? Is it somebody that knows the thoughts and feelings of all the characters? Okay. So just for the people that are joining us, I'll leave it on this page for just a second longer. Okay. So again, key points, key takeaways, point of view is who's the voice of the story, okay? Who's telling the story. In order to figure out who is telling the story, we need to use inferences, which are clues, to figure out the character's point of view. Okay, and we're gonna get right into that about what those clues are. I'll switch in just a second. All right. Next slide. Okay, so quick check. What is point of view? Okay, who can tell me? Raise your hand and tell me. Anybody? Anybody? I'm gonna stop sharing for just a second. Okay, Anna Sophia, I saw you first. Go ahead. What is point of view?
A point of view is the voice behind the story. It is who's telling the story. Yeah, that's the point of view.
Very good. Yes, Elijah, do you have something to add to that?
It is seeing the story from somebody else's view. Like,
Yes.
if somebody got into a fight, then you would want to see everybody's point of view and see what they saw.
Right, very good. And sometimes, though, we don't get to see everybody's point of view, right? Sometimes when we read a story, we only get one person's point of view, and usually that's the main character. However, if you read a story where there's the narrator, right? That's typically the person that's telling the story. Sometimes they know what everybody is thinking, and that's how we can get more than one point of view. But most of the time, some stories we read, we're only getting the main character's point of view. Yes, Anna Sophia.
It can also be like if someone was like, "You're a bad doctor," and then the person that said that point of view was like, "It's true," and then the other person that got said in their point of view was like, "That's not true. That's not nice."
Right, exactly. Harper, did you have a question?
No.
No? Okay. No worries. All right, let's continue on. Okay, so again, point of view is the voice behind the story. It is the who telling the story. All right. Let's see. Sorry, we have more people trying to get in here. Welcome if you're just joining. We just need a piece of paper. Okay. Should have everybody in that's been waiting. Okay, so here's an example with the three little pigs, okay? We have the original story of the three little pigs is told from the pig's point of view. Okay, the true story of the three little pigs is told from the wolf's point of view. So these are two different stories, okay? And you might have read them, but everyone knows the original story of the three little pigs, right? And then we have the wolf's story, in which it pretty much sounds like he's innocent this whole time.
Do you want us to write this down?
No, you don't have to write these down.
Okay.
Yeah, Anna Sophia, you don't have to write down these examples.
I can't see it.
Okay,
I only see your face.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
That's all I see.
So I think it might be because of the iPad. Yes, Joey?
I'm still here. I'm just gonna close the screen. Is that all right?
Yes, that's fine.
No, but I saw it earlier.
I'm still here. But
Yeah,
just, like,
I
close-
hear you, Joey. You're fine.
I saw it earlier though.
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing, Jasmine, and see if that helps. Okay. Okay, can you see it now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you guys. Okay. So as I was saying, we have the three little pigs. Okay, the original story is told from the pig's point of view. And the true story of the three little pigs is told from the wolf's point of view. Okay. So in the original story, there was a big bad wolf. Sorry, and people keep trying to add the class, and that's okay. Okay. Again, you do not have to copy any of this down. Okay, in the true story, the wolf was nice, and all he wanted to do was buy some sugar. Okay, and the original story, the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the pigs' houses down. In the true story, the wolf sneezed and knocked the houses down by mistake. He did not blow them down. Okay, so already we should see that there are two very different stories going on here, even though it's the same story. Okay, but what's different is our point of view. Okay, so the pigs see the wolf as this really bad guy that destroyed their houses. Whereas the Three Little Pigs, the true story of the Three Little Pigs, it's all kind of a coincidence. The wolf was not trying to do anything bad. Okay, it's just what happened. Okay.
When it says the true story and the original story, I don't get the difference, because like the true story is supposed to be the original story, but then they're two separate things in this case.
So yes, that's a good question. It is a little bit confusing. So the original story is one that has been told for as long as we can remember, right? We know there was a big bad wolf and he huffed and he puffed and blew all the houses down. Well, not recently, but a while ago, there was another story that came out that you can actually buy, and it's called the true story. So this is the wolf kind of coming in and being like, hey, I've had a bad rap here. I'm really not a bad guy. Here's what really happened. Okay. Does that make sense a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So we can see, like I said, same story going on here, but different points of views that kind of change the story. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so here's where we want to continue taking notes. Okay, we have first person point of view. Okay, the definition means that a character in the story tells the story. So these are key words or pronouns that we want to look for. I, me, we, or my. Okay, those pronouns or those key words are our inferences or our clues into who is telling the story. So if we see words like I, me, we, or my, okay, we can assume then that it's a first person point of view. So one day I rode my bike. Okay, well, here's an example. I'll just read that first. Yesterday, I took a trip to the market. As I turned the key and pulled out of my driveway, I couldn't help but notice the dog in my yard. Okay, so we know this is first person point of view because we have the word I. Sorry, I'll go back in just a second. Yes, I would write at least the definition of first person down. Okay, if you want to write some of the example, that's fine, or you can write at least the first sentence. Okay. So you can see those keywords highlighted in pink. I took a trip. As I turned the key out of my driveway, I couldn't help. Okay, that's a clue to show us that this is first person point of view. Okay, I'll wait just a couple more seconds. Don't worry about getting every single word down. The most important thing to take note of is the definition, which means that a character in the story tells the story. Okay, and we're looking for words like I, me, we, or my. All right, 10 more seconds. I'm going to move on. Okay, if somebody doesn't get a definition down at the end of the PowerPoint, I'll go back if you just let me know which definition you missed. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and move on. Oh, and of course, let's see. All right, so quick check. What pronouns signal the first person point of view? Talia, I saw your hand first. Go ahead.
I, my, we, and yeah, I think that's it.
Good. Yes.
Oh, and yeah, that's it.
Very good, very good. That is great. And in a second, We will see.
And me.
Yeah, so this might be review for some of you, and that's totally okay. But for some of us, it might be new. So if you already know what some of these are, okay, then just keep taking notes, or if you don't need notes on ones you don't know, that's totally fine too. Okay, so what pronouns signal first person point of view? I, me, we, my, and signal first person point of view. Okay. Second person point of view. Okay, it's defined as the second person is used to address the reader. It's like someone is talking to you. Okay, so keywords or the pronouns we're looking for are you, your, and yours. An example of this: before you go to school, make sure to walk your dog and brush your teeth. Don't forget your book bag or to lock the door behind you. Okay, so this isn't the most popular point of view in like storybooks or novels. However, we do see it sometimes, but those keywords are going to be you and your, as well as yours. Okay. Alrighty. Okay,
Wait, can
so
you go
what?
back? Can you go back?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
I was gonna ask the same thing. Yeah.
Don't worry about getting the whole thing down. We just want the definition and at least the keywords and maybe the first sentence of the example.
Wait, I can't see it again.
Okay, just give me a second. I'll stop sharing it in just a minute.
Sorry.
That's okay.
我有计算机在我的个 ，yeah yeah 会 G
Okay, 5 more seconds. All right, so what pronouns signal second person point of view? So who can answer that one? Let's see. Go ahead, Noah, do you know? No? Okay, Anna Sophia, go ahead.
So there is your, you, your, or yours, and it could be like, it could either be someone telling the first person point of view to do something, or just anyone in the story. It's
Yep.
just telling you to do something.
Very good. Yes, it is telling, yes, very good. It's telling you
So
to do
sorry.
something. That's okay.
Sorry, that was my.
I turned off everyone who doesn't have face.
Do you have a question, Joey?
Yeah, I'm actually saying sorry.
Oh, it's
to
okay.
Whoever was talking before you, because my brother was saying stuff.
Oh, you're fine. You're muted.
And,
So no one
and it
can-
was kind of mean, and I hope she didn't think it was from me.
Nope, we didn't even hear it.
Because it showed the mic was going green, so I'm just
no,
making
you're-
sure.
You're good. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Oops. Let's see. So Jasmine, hopefully now this will kind of help you to be able to see it again. Cool. Okay, so yes, what pronoun signals second person point of view? You, your, and your signal second person point of view. All right, third person point of view.